Alright, we are ready and underway for round 3 of the Oceania Racing League Div1. And J-Man is the first person out on track here in Miami. Obviously part of Florida. And it'll be hot out there today under that harsh Florida sun. You can see he's going past the Hard Rock Stadium, home to the Miami Dolphins. And it's quite a stadium, very large capacity, and quite a sight for all these drivers to be driving past. And J-Man just coming to the end of the really technical section here. And then he's just got another straight and he will be at the finish line pretty much. He's coming down the final straight before his first qualifying lap of this qualifying session. And here he goes into the heavy braking zone there. And he is ready to start his track now, his lap now. He opens DRS and he's going down the main straight into the braking zone. He nails the apex there. And he's gotten a very nice exit out of there. He's kept his car all together, unlike what he did in Jeddah qualifying where he crashed 3 times at one section. So he'll be hoping for a better qualifying this time around. It's coming to the end of the first sector now. And it's the first lap time, so that means it's going to be purple. What can the teammate Bonker Boy do? Can't get a better lap time than him. So we're going to stick on board with the reigning world champion for Division 1. Just a couple tricky technical corners and then he's on to the back straight. And we'll have DRS open for this run into one last large braking zone of turn 17. And then J-Man will be within reach of the finish line. Here he goes. You can see the Ferrari, I believe that's Skit is making way for him. And just one corner to go, J-Man comes across the line. And it's the first lap is a 1:27.9. And his teammate behind him, Bonker Boy. What can he do? He puts a 1:29.6 in. So 7 tenths off the pace. We'll see if that can be topped. Hello there is coming through the last couple of bends and he goes 8 tenths quicker than J-Man behind him. Onshore Lizard putting his Alfa Romeo into 3rd place. And he's just been beaten now by Haroldinho and the McLaren. Couple more drivers. Cracker Splash goes into 6th place. 129.8 for him. Coming through now is another Alfa Romeo that's AKA sided. Who's gone up into 2nd place on the front row, and it's Stick AU slotting in 8th. Should be a Haas coming around. I think it might be Banana. It is. What are they going to do? It's good enough for 6th place. The 3rd row for them. And coming through now is another Mercedes. It's Ice Iron Rhino. And he has just set the benchmark time for everyone to beat. I believe it's an Alpine now coming through. It's Italian Herbs, who has just popped their Williams into 5th place. Here comes another car. It is Dead Heat, who goes 1:31.3. So pretty much all the times in the 1:29s and 1:28s. And here come a couple more drivers. It's Banana slotting his car into 9th place. Well, not but someone else. It's Skits, slotting their car into 4th. Behind them is this is Unshod Lizard, who's also coming into the pits. And I think all these drivers are coming into the pits now, except for X2 Mickey, the only driver on a hot lap at the moment. Coming down this long back sort of turn straight. Into the braking zone they go. They're going late on the brakes and still manage to hit the apex through this tricky technical section. It looks like they've nailed it using all the track. It's a nice exit now, just the back straight to go, and they will be at the finish line for their first lap of this qualifying session. Yeah, they go. They're going through this braking zone and just 2 corners to go. They're rounding turn 18 and they're coming into the pits. So have they got damage? Did they spin? Don't know, because decided to abort their first lap, which means the only person out on a flying lap at the moment is XC Primix and Uncharted Lizard's left the qualifying session. Probably some issues there. And he's coming up to this complex little bit here, round turns 14, 15, and their round turn 16. 3 DRS. Now they set a fastest sector 2 and I believe fastest sector 1 as well. So this could be a very fast lap time. How good will it be? We'll have to wait to find out. And the Williams is coming to the line now. What sort of lap time can they put together? Rounding the final turn, they've disqualified themselves. It was shaping up to be a good lap, but unfortunately for them, looks like they've disqualified themselves. That's been OZ that is the furthest in front of all these people out on track for the second time. And this is for their first real lap around Miami here. They're coming down the back straight. Just got to navigate 4 more corners here, 17 or 3 more. Turn 17, they are going around now, around the penultimate corner, turn 18, and the final corner, turn 19. What lap time can they put together? It's a 1:28.7 for them, so that's slotting them onto the second row in 4th place now. Coming around the corner now, I think that's it's the AlphaTauri of Stick AU. Maybe not Stick AU. But it looks like there's some sort of Red Bull that's gone off. It's Sheev Palpatine who's spun the car at the final corner, dominating to get out of the way of there's a bunch of cars behind them on flying laps. It looks like Pro Gamer and the Ferraris spun round. And he's rounding the end of the first sector now. Down this long back straight they've spun, so I think they'll abort this lap. And that's a spinning Mercedes, it's the current session leader, Iceon Rhino. Luckily, by the looks of things, they've gotten their front wings still. And they'll just have to come into the pits for a new set of tyres, I assume, before they can go back out and see if they can improve on their lap time. As the AlphaTauri of Hello there goes into the 1:27s and into first place. And here goes the Ferrari, I assume, into the pits. There they go. No damage to the car, but the tyres will have some damage for sure there. We're back. It looks like X2 Mickey's coming to the end of his lap. And X2 Mickey's just got a couple more corners to go till they're onto the back straight now, round turn 13. Now 14 and 15 and turn 16 now. And X2 Mickey's coming to the line. And round they come to the line now. The Haas car just got to navigate turn 19 and they successfully do it going into the 128, barely, and good enough for 8th. And some more lap times being completed. Every driver now has done a lap. Sheev Palpatine in the Red Bull, currently the slowest of the drivers, whereas his teammates up in the second row. See what they can do. We've only got a couple more minutes in this qualifying session. Just 3 minutes to go and all the drivers now in the pits. Just a minute 50 left in the session now. And it looks like Ice-Iron Rhino and Skits are going to be the only ones who can really contest for the battle for pole position. And Skits is on a flying lap now, coming down this windy straight. And Skits has just got to navigate this sector. Now, turn 17. 2 corners to go, and here comes Skits. What kind of time can he put in across the line? To 1:27.8. Good lap time there, just a tenth back from the current pole sitter. And is Ice-Iron Rhino on a lap? It's hard to tell. I would say he is because there's cars behind him, or in front of him, getting out of the way. But it looks like he might have just run wide. It's a spin there, I think, for Skits. Luckily his car's ghosted. But around the final little bit, Ice-Iron Rhino, he boarded his lap before, so they shouldn't be on a lap contesting for pole position. And unless Skits can do something, and I believe Skits is boarding the lap, it's going to mean hello there is our is going to be our pole sitter for today's race. And Skits can't do anything, so congratulations to the AlphaTauri. He's backed himself pole position here. And just a couple more drivers to come across the line now. It's Beano C, who's gotten in a collision with one of the Haas's. I think it's X2 Mickey. So qualifying is done here, and it's first place to hello there. He's going to be starting in the front row. Again, I think that might be the third time out of 3 races he's attended he's started on the front row. And there we are. First place goes to hello there in the AlphaTauri, followed by Ice-Iron Rhino and ISO Skits. And then Rapid Clappy, AKO sided Italian Herb, Beano C, Cracker Splash, Banana, and J-Man in the Aston Martin rounds out the top 10 here in Miami. We're about to go into the race. That will be very exciting, K-Work, so make sure not to go anywhere for this. And everyone just picking their strategies now, because we should be getting underway in just a second. Well, here we are for the formation lap. And running through the grid, there's the Alpha Tauri of Hello, they're in first. Behind them, Iron Rhino. Third is Skits. Fourth, the Red Bull of Rapid Clappy. Followed by the Alpha Romeo of aka Sided, Italian Herbs, Beano C, Quacker Splash, Banana, and J-Man round out the top 10. Behind them is X2 Mickey, Stick AU, Bonker Boy, XC, Primix, SLR, Squirrel, Haroldinho, Unshod Lizard, Dead Heat, Pro Gamer, and the Red Bull of Sheev Palpatine rounds out our top 20, our 20 drivers. And they're coming to the line, so they'll be forming up on the grid towards the starts. Can they get Bonker Boy and XC Primax come together? And we are lined up on the grid now. And the lights are coming on for the Miami Grand Prix here in Florida. And it's lights out, and we will be racing in a second. You can see the Ferrari pointing quite inwards. And we're underway now. ISO's getting an excellent start, but it looks like he can't quite get a good enough one in the second part of the start. Doesn't get away with that. You can see the Williams XC Primix in the background braking very late and causing a crash there. And a virtual safety car. At least there's a Ferrari Haas car going round. It's X2 Mickey and SLR Squirrel, both in collisions there. It's a full safety car. So luckily these two will be able to make up some places, and it's some more chaos under the safety car. You can see Dead Heat and Pro Game are getting involved. Oh, there's some more collisions on the safety car. People not quite navigating it well. And they'll all be wanting J-Man to hurry up a bit. He's losing it out to the pack in front. Bonker Boy getting a great start. He's gained 4 or 5 positions. And I think that'll be maybe 3 or 4 people, 1, 2, and 3 that will come into the pits. Possibly more. We'll look through the rest of the grid to see who has damage. A lot of chaos on this opening round, and it was all triggered by that Williams who just dove down the inside Quite an audacious move, and there's more damage. You can see a front wing flying off. Looks like the Red Bull was involved in it. Sheev Palpatine is going to also have to pit. And quite a few cars coming into the pits. There could be some collisions. There are a couple of collisions in the pit lane. And we've got almost half the drivers in the pits. Actually, exactly half of the drivers. Not exactly, but we've got 9 drivers in the pits. And that could be a cause for a lot of changes through the pit lane. Unshod Lizard leaves again. And these drivers getting back up to speed to catch up to the safety car. Pro Gamer now and SLR Squirrel getting out onto the track, doing a bit of a drift around that first corner with the cold tyres. And BNOC now is almost on the tail of the pack. First one of the pitters to come out. And there we are, caught up to the pack. But catching up to the pack at this section could cause some chaos. A lot of blind turns. Some drivers could be caught off guard. Luckily, though, it looks like they will safely caught up to the safety car. And we should only be racing for not racing. We should be racing in another lap under the safety car for one more lap. And now just SRL Squirrel is the last one to catch up to the safety car, and then we will be ready to go racing once again after this lap. And we are ready to go racing after this lap. Just got to go to sector 3 before we get the green light from the FIA to go racing once again. You can see Rapid Clappy gaining the place off the start, and Iceland Rhino also gaining place. The AlphaTauri there off pole has lost 1 position. And ISO Skits staying in that 4th position, or maybe actually gaining a position, no, losing a position there, starting in P3. Bonker Boy now in 6th place. So, I believe gaining 5 places off the start. I think he was 11th in qualifying. And J-Man has lost some positions off the start. You can see this, positions gained. Yeah, Bonker Boy, biggest winner out of them all. He's gained 7 places off this start. And the safety car will be coming in at the end of this lap. And you can see with the tyres, we've got a mix between hards and mediums mainly. Unshod Lizard is on those soft tyres. But Iceland Runner is going to be the one to lead us away from the safety car restart. And here we go off the restart. Iceland Rhino leading them away, gaining a bit, and they're going to maintain their lead into the first corner. We'll look back to see AKO sighted right on the tail of ISO Skits. It's Beano CE making a move on Haroldinho. Haroldinho looking to come back at them. Can't get the move done, so it looks like Beano CE has maintained that 11th place from them. Italian Herbs now spun round. It looks like they've kept their car out of the wall, and it looks like the Red Bull's gotten a full front wing damage. They will need to pit again by the looks of things. And it looks like the Alpha Tauri is going down the inside on Ice Iron Rhino, who leaves enough space. And he's swung past and gotten in front of him. But there'll be some defending to do into turn 17. Because the Alpha Tauri below there has gotten been getting much better exits in the second part of the straight. With the slipstream now, he's catching up. But Ice Iron Rhino got a great exit out of turn 16. And he's not going to be able to make a move there. And DRS isn't enabled yet, so Ice Iron Rhino will be hoping to get outside that 1 second before it is. Otherwise, it really does leave the door open for the Alpha Tauri behind him of Hello there to really catch up and make a move. The Italian Herbs is not going to get an overtake because Sheev Palpatine has decided to stay out of the pits. Quite an odd call considering that they have full front wing damage. They will be just getting gained on by the Williams. And Italian Herbs is looking to make a move. He's making the move now. And down the inside, Italian Herbs has gone on the Red Bull, who's actually coming back at him with that no front wing. Will have reduced downforce and reduced drag, which could allow him to try and make a move. He's going down the inside. And there could be a possible collision as he runs wide. He's looking to sneak it up the inside. They've made contact. And the Red Bull's desperate to get through. He taps the Williams and he's gotten past, but not without multiple penalties. So here goes Italian Herbs looking to make a move back through the doors of this Red Bull. DRS now enabled and he's gone down the inside and surely making the move stick this time. And they've hit the wall there, has Sheev Palpatine. Will they come into the pits? They have decided to pit this time. Now, Unshod Lizard on a three-way battle with SRL Squirrel and Pro Gamer. They've made contact with them and they're out of the race. Big shunt there. Just drove into the side of Pro Gamer. And there's a full safety car out. So much to the delight of Sheev Palpatine, who will be able to catch up to the back of the pack now. Sheev Palpatine gets another penalty. Check the penalties now. Looks 19 seconds already for the Red Bull. They'll be on fresh medium tyres when the safety car restart happens. They've got a drive-through speeding under the safety car. Just adds to the penalty pain. That's a full front wing damage again for them. Just drove into the wall. And the Red Bull I think that's a third drive-through that I've seen them get on this lap. This is ridiculous driving. Cutting the corner blatantly there. And they've been disqualified, and fair enough. 3 drive-throughs plus 22 seconds of penalties. And we should be able to go racing next lap if the Haas of X2 Mickey can catch up to the safety car queue. And the pack is starting to bunch up. Just 3 cars. Haroldino, Italian Herbs, and X2 Mickey have to catch up. We'll be ready to go racing once again. And we should get the green light from the FIA around the back of the corner. Do we get it? I don't believe so, so I think we'll have to stay out for another lap. The Maylander has already been put to the test 2 times in 7 laps. How many more safety cars are we going to get? Hassan Rano's got his second safety car restart here, and hello there's come into the pits or has been spun round. Have come into the pits under the safety car, gambling on an early 1-stop. And I think Hassan Rano is going to try and wait for another safety car and do the 1-stop strategy when the next one comes around. The Alpha Tauri driver is now going to have to make his way through 10 cars if he wants a shot at winning this race. But it won't quite be that many because he is the only one who hasn't pitted. He's the only one who has pitted under the safety car. Most likely, all the drivers in front of him will pit again. Just got a couple more laps to go. Or not laps, corners to go until we get to the end of the safety car period. And here we go, around turn 14, 15, and turn 16. And there we go, the safety car in message. We're coming to the end now of this 5.412 kilometer circuit. Average speed around Miami of 223 kilometers an hour. So drivers will want to be reaching this as they warm up their tires. And hello there, and SRL Squirrel both have penalties for tussling. And Rhino's coming and leading the pack away. And he's safely gotten away from Rapid Clappy behind him. And all these drivers going through. AKA Sided right behind. ISO Skits in 3rd place. And Beano C is the closest one to anyone else. Just 3/10 now behind Banana. Hello there's right on the back of Dead Heat. looking to make a move into this next turn. They're going down the inside, and they've gotten through nicely there. Drivers at the back squirming for places, and J-Man's gotten through on Hello There's teammate Stick AU, who's not looking to fight this one. Maybe help his teammate out, who's gained up to the back of him now. Will there be some sort of team orders at play here? Doesn't look like it, because Stick AU's moved very, very aggressively on his teammate, who's now sizing up a move on the inside. And AKO Sighted looking to make a move on third place to ISO Skids. He goes down the inside. Skids leaving him room. Does AKO Sighted leave him room? He does. And what is going to happen? They're side by side. AKO Sighted on the outside. ISO Skids is pushing through on the inside. But AKO Sighted's coming back at him. Both leaving each other enough space. They tap a couple of times, and ISO Skids is barged his way back through. As I say that now, Hello There's gotten up past his teammate into 9th place. And it looks like Skids is pulling away from the Alfa Romeo. And Bonker Boy fighting with Pro Gamer now. And Pro Gamer's gone off the track. And he's luckily got no damage to the car, but lost all that momentum, and he's now down into last place. And Hello There's gotten past J-Man already, up into 8th now. Beano CE and Banana are in a fight now. They're getting very, very close, and I think they might have tapped on the front there. Beano CE luckily didn't lose any front wing from that collision. And Banana has gained a bit of a gap from that little tussle back there. Hello There's on the back of Beano CE now. Here he goes. He's on the outside and through into turn 17. And he's now looking to overtake the Haas in front of him of Banana. Isan Runner's already built a close to 3-second gap out front. And ISO Skids might be looking to make a move on Rapid Clappy with the help of DRS, because ISO Skids is within the 1 second, 6/10 behind him. So around that next corner they'll be getting DRS. It's a spin for Haroldinho. And Hello There's gotten past Banana, who's made a mistake and getting overtaken a bunch now. It looks like they might have collided with J-Man. Now they hit the outside wall. And Skits is getting close to the back of Clappy. He's looking to have a go at him. Luckily for him, he stays behind. And X2 Mickey is having a move on Bonker Boy. He's round the outside. Drivers leaving each other enough space. Bonker Boy taps into him, and he's looking to come back at him through this tight section. Now both those horses right next to each other. X2 Mickey, he will have a major advantage because his teammate won't have DRS or a front wing. But DRS enabled now for Mickey, who's going to the inside of his teammate. And Hello There's gotten past someone. It's a spin for Quacker Splash on that final turn. And he's dropping down the places. You can see Banana coming into the pits now. And ISO Skits is gaining on the back of the Red Bull in front of him. He's much closer around this time, as they're going to round this corner into the DRS. ISO Skits a couple of tenths closer than they were last lap, last time they tried this. And with DRS open, they're gaining to the back of Rapid Clappy. Gaining. Are they going to make a move? They're going down the inside for second place in this race. and they're ahead, but Rapid Clappy's squeezing, and they've gotten through that gap. Rapid Clappy maintains second place, the second step on the podium. But ISO Skits is relentless with this DRS. All the while, ISO Rhino's gaining more time from both of these drivers fighting. Can Skits make a move? He's pulling to the outside. And around the outside he's going. Skits has got the move done, and he should have another DRS dosage down this main straight. It's a spin for Stick AU of some kind. Dead Heat might be sizing up a move on the Haas. Sticks behind him. Looks like some sort of spin for Stick AU. Lost a few positions out the back. Dead Heat and Beano C both catching up to the drivers in front of them. The latter is closer around, and it's some front wing off for AKO sided, or I think it's AKO sided. It is left end plate missing. That's going to leave him vulnerable to the Mercedes, who's just gotten in front with the help of DRS. An SLR Squirrel is on the inside of Quacker Splash, who spun before, and he's now gotten the overtake done. But the McLaren looking to make another move back at him. He'll make it interesting with DRS. But I believe SLR Squirrel does not have DRS. He's going to make given an assistance in this battle. ISO Rhino's coming into the pits. How can this strategy play into the hands of Hello there now, who has pitted? So he inherits net first place. Does the Alpha Tauri, because of those cars in front of them haven't pitted. And if he keeps this pace up, he should stay out in front with a big gap. But now Arsene Rhino on cold tyres is battling with these two. He makes contact with the Alpine, and the McLaren's getting a great run, almost spins, having to take avoiding action from SLR Squirrel. And now he have DRS, he gets squeezed into the wall, and it's a big collision. And that's caused by the Alpine caught off guard. The McLaren just sending a quick move down the inside. Bonker Boy sending a move around the outside, and it's a lovely move on the outside of SLR Squirrel's teammate Dead Heat. Rapid Clappy out in front out in second place currently, has DRS on ISO Skits in the Ferrari. And they almost make contact, goes straight on, does Rapid Clappy, maybe a lock up, and he's lost a second of time, gained a couple of tenths back. And X2 Mickey's made an overtake on J-Man. They get into a bit of a tussle there, and both those drivers will be losing time. J-Man grabs the place back. And here goes Bonker Boy, maintaining that position from Dead Heat. Italian Herbs is catching onto the back of Dead Heat as well. It's making it a three-way battle. And in front it looks like X2 Mickey is catching up to J-Man, just 3/10 of the gap. And with DRS he's going to make a move on him. Here we go, DRS open, down the back straight for the Haas. Is it enough? It's not quite enough by the looks of things. J-Man's going defensive, and it's a VSC. No wonder why it is. But there could be some penalties under the safety car. SLR Squirrel is DNF'd. Maybe being put into the wall, just like they did with Quacker Splash. And the McLaren's going to drive past and see the stricken car of SLR Squirrel, who they were battling just before in this race. And those top couple of drivers are all pitting, which could spice the race up again. Can Ice Iron Rhino get back past them under the safety car? It looks like they have gotten the jump on all these drivers. So hello, they wanted to pit again. Ice Iron Rhino on the one stop. Shouldn't pit again. Which means he is in net P1 now. And hello, that's got a drive-through penalty. That's a big moment in this race. Delta must have been positive while under that restart there. AKA started going down the inside on Italian Herbs, who is now down into 11th place. Gap between X2, Mickey and J-Man now just 5/10. Is Mickey gonna have DRS? It is, but so is J-Man, cancelling each other out. Mickey looking for a move, but it wasn't quite there on that occasion. And J-Man now is getting DRS off of the Alpha Tower in front of them. Mickey's right on the table of the Aston Martin. How much ERS have both these drivers got? It looks like J-Man has 50% compared to Mickey's 5%. But still, with this DRS advantage, Mickey's on the outside. Can't quite get a move done there. J-Man's teammate Bonker Boy is coming into the pits. X2 Mickey is looking to make another move. He's on the outside now. His nose is in front, but J-Man's got the inside line. And these two are getting very close together. And J-Man swoops around the outside and grabs that position. Looks like Banana is right on the back of the Alpine in front of them. Looking to make a move with the DRS at this next zone, but in front, X2 Mickey is going to have a better chance at making an overtake. As Stick AU is retired from the session, can Mickey get the move done before a potential safety car? They're on the outside line with J-Man. They tap each other and J-Man almost gets sent into a spin, manages to catch that before disaster. And AKA Sided has just been overtaken by J-Man's teammate Bonker Boy. Behind them, Italian Herbs right behind Haroldinho. So it looks like it's a 4-car battle at the moment. ISO Skits is in the pits. Rapid Clappy is now fighting Ice Iron Rhino for the lead of this race. And he can't quite get the move done. He's set the fastest lap of the race. Gonna go back to see what's happening between these 4 cars, and AKS either gets forced wide. Can Italian Herbs get a better run on Bonker Boy? With DRS open, he's on the outside. He can't quite get the move done. Bonker Boy just forcing them out, and AKA Sided is having a great run on them. They're making contact, and towards the end of the first sector, AKA Sided has gotten in front of Italian Herbs, looking to catch up to Bonker Boy with the help of DRS. But now with the help of DRS is Rapid Clappy, who can't make a move right now on Ice Iron Rhino, but he's looking for a switchback. He doesn't get it, but he gets the outside line, now the inside line into turn 13, into 14 and 15. And Rapid Clappy has gotten ahead, but Ice Iron Rhino is going to have DRS into the next straight. and that will prove to make things interesting. He's on the inside line, and Ice Rhino has gotten back past Rapid Clappy, who's got their energy harvesting lights on. So they are low on ERS. So is Ice Rhino. Rapid Clappy's going to have DRS again. It doesn't look like they'll be able to make a move yet. AKA Started moves aggressively over on Bonker Boy, who is looking for a switchback, and he might just get it because AKA Started goes wide, but still has pace. In the background there, Italian Herbs come into the pits, right end plate damage for them. And Rapid Clappy is relentless. He's right on the back of Ice Rhino and the Mercedes. Can he make a move this time around with DRS? Here we go he's got the DRS now on the outside line. At the end of the straight, they make contact, and it's almost a spin. Here he goes on the outside. He's getting squeezed wide, but he's got the inside line for these next couple of turns. And Rapid Clappy does get through on Ice Rhino. X2 Mickey's gotten past J-Man, who's X2 Mickey's gone deep, and that's allowed J-Man to get back past him. Hello There's gotten past Dead Heat as well. So still lots of moves being made on the 19th lap of the race, as Ice Rhino's going to have a chance to get back at Rapid Clappy, this time on the outside line, but he's passed him before the braking zone, and that's made life a lot easier for him. X2 Mickey now has DRS on the back of J-Man. He's now on the inside, and he's now ahead of J-Man into turn 17. J-Man is swooping around the outside. He'll have a faster line through that corner, allowing him to carry more speed through these sets of corners. And J-Man has gotten back through on X2 Mickey, who's now got DRS on him, and he's braking later. Around the outside he goes, but J-Man squeezes, and he's gotten X2 Mickey. Rapid Clappy right on the back of Ice Rhino. And it looks like it's the same thing as last time and the time before that. He's going to get him back on this straight. Which way is he going to go? This time he doesn't even go for a lunge. Great defending by Ice Rhino to stop him in his tracks. But that means that Rapid Clappy is going to have DRS and a great opportunity to pass down this very, very long back straight. And he's reeling him in, you can see it, but it's not going to be enough once again to make an overtake happen. X2 Mickey has got DRS, but it doesn't look like J-Man is going to be able to hold on, and X2 Mickey's down the inside. J-Man, the later breaker in this scenario, and X2 Mickey's tapped the back wheel of J-Man, is going to give him a bad run through these last couple of sectors where you need, last couple of corners where you need to carry a lot of momentum to get a good lap time. It's compromised X2 Mickey's lap, and Bonker Boy and Hello There might have gotten into a collision because he's ghosted now. Bonker Boy's almost getting through, but Dead Heat fighting for 2 points here, 9th place, looking to make a move on J-Man's teammate, who's also fighting, and he's fighting this Haas. And X2 Mickey is on the outside of J-Man. Is J-Man going to fight this one? He does. He's on the inside line. He's forcing X2 Mickey to go a bit wide, and he's maintained that position. Can J-Man fight it back through that next DRS zone? Bonker Boy and Dead Heat now fighting. He's kept that position. And through turn 16, Bonker Boy has, for now at least, secured 9th place. But that could all change with Dead Heat having DRS down that long back straight. J-Man unable to make a move on them. AKA Sided leaves the session. And Dead Heat's now on the back and now in front of Bonker Boy. He's made it through into 9th place. And it's starting to look a bit tedious below there. Maybe didn't like those hard tyres. But I don't know if pitting onto those mediums was the correct decision. Already could have made it to the back of this race. And Rapid Clappy, who was starting to fall back to Iceland Rhinos, now found some speed out of nowhere. And he's right on the back of him now with DRS. Will be hounding him down that back straight. And Bonker Boy is getting floored off that exit and he'll have DRS, but I don't know if it'll be enough to maintain this battle. J-Man as well, tussling with X2 Mickey. Bonker Boy braking very late indeed there. And it has paid off a bit for him. And Rapid Clappy is going down the inside of Iceland Rhino through turn 17, 18 and 19 they go. Iceland Rhinos held on to the lead. But not for long because Rapid Clappy's on the inside. And Iceland Rhinos actually going to have DRS though. Momentarily Rapid Clappy was ahead. And it gave Iceland Rhino the DRS and that extra boost he needed just to maintain first place in the race. J-Man can't get through. But can his teammate Bonker Boy? He's coming into the pits. Hasn't pitted in this session yet. And now has. And here comes Rapid Clappy with DRS now. Maybe a spin for Pro Gamer there at the back. But he's got DRS, can't quite make a move. And ISO Skits has gained from this battling. He's up into 3rd and right into this battle. Just 6.5 laps to go. It's going to make the this battle for first very interesting. And now Rapid Clappy is a 3-second time penalty, which will give 1st and 3rd a great advantage. He's going for it though. But he's just not gaining enough down that back straight. Iceland Rhino's straight line speed, even without DRS, is immaculate. And it's going to let him maintain first place. Probably into the first turn as well, it is. And ISO Skits will be sizing up a move on Rapid Clappy the same way Rapid Clappy is currently sizing up a move on Iceland Rhino. Skits looking to have much better pace. And he's been getting a double DRS, double slipstream. So it's meant his straight line speed has been very, very good. And here he goes to 3/10 behind Rapid Clappy. But Rapid Clappy should be gaining onto the back of Iceland Rhino. Is he going to send one? He's looking for it down the inside of Iceland Rhino, who leaves him room, and Skits is right in on this battle now. They make contact, Iceland Rhino and Rapid Clappy. Both of their cars still pointing in the right direction, make contact again. And they're very close to touching. And I think Rapid Clappy is practically pushing Iceland Rhino through that through turn 16 there. Can he get through on the Mercedes? He's quite close this time, but not close enough. And he makes contact with him, pushes Iceland Rhino wide, and it's going to let him get through for the lead of this race. Could be a potential dispute coming, but Iceland Rhino might not need any disputes to win the race, because he's currently on the outside of Rapid Clappy, who's got a 3-second time penalty. And Iceland Rhino grabs the lead of the race back, and that's going to leave him vulnerable to ISO Skits, who would have gotten a much better exit. And now he's made contact with Iceland Rhino, and he's been put into the wall. Is there any damage to the Ferrari? He's only 2nd back. And it looks like his Ferrari has luckily avoided damage. And can he push onto the back of Rapid Clappy? These two fighting could give the Ferrari a chance to catch up, because we've just got under 4 laps to go. Almost. Rapid Clappy is on the inside line into the hard braking zone. Ice Rhino squeezing him. This is good defending by the Mercedes driver. He's going to have the inside line for these next couple of corners, and Rapid Clappy's next real chance of an overtake is going to be into turn 17 with DRS. But now Iso Skits has already gained back into that DRS zone. It's a spin for Italian Herbs in the first sector. And Rapid Clappy has lost a couple of tenths on the exit there. And Iso Skits is looking to make a move on him. If Skits wants to have a shot at winning this race, he'll need to get past Rapid Clappy on this or the next lap. X2 Mickey currently in the pits, so that means Hello There's going to get up into 6th place. Rapid Clappy gaining right up to the back of Ice Iron Rhino. And with DRS he'll be gaining and gaining. But it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. How powerful is the DRS into that last part of the straight? It's not powerful enough for him to make a move into a full safety car. And I wonder who caused the safety car. This could throw the lead of this race up into the edge. A huge loss for Rapid Clappy, who now has 3-second time penalty. And with probably just at most 2 laps of racing left, it's going to spell disaster for his hopes of a podium. But Ice Iron Rhino could be vulnerable on the hard tyres. Rapid Clappy thinking the best option now is to come into the pits for some soft tyres. He's going to lose maybe 0 places. Is J-Man going to come into the pits? Beano C certainly has. J-Man is going to come into the pits. Hello There's going to gain a few positions from that. Now up into 4th place. Rapid Clappy out of the pits. He's going to emerge just in front of the AlphaTauri, who's now currently in net 3rd with the penalty on Rapid Clappy. But Rapid Clappy has the soft tyres. He'll be on fresh softs, looking to attack those 2 drivers in front. And how many laps of racing are we going to get from the FIA? Is it going to be 1 or is it going to be 2? Whatever it is, those laps or lap will be very, very entertaining. And the rest of the pack starting to bunch up. Now we're waiting for another 7 drivers to catch up. So it's front wing off someone there. I think it might be dead heat. Safety cars in this lap. We're going to have 2 laps of racing at the Miami Grand Prix. It's going to be very exciting. 2 laps. Rapid Clappy currently in 3rd place. Has a 3-second time penalty. But he's currently on soft tyres. That's going to give them a major advantage on the race restart. Ice Iron Rhino, the 3rd race restart they've had in the race, waiting for the perfect time to to go. And that time for them is now. Rapid Clappy getting a great run on Skits. And he's on the outside into turn 1 they go. So Skits has got the inside line, but Rapid Clappy's forcing his way through. And he's made the move. And now Hello There is on ISO Skits, and Rapid Clappy's already up through into first place. And ISO Skits is past ISO Rhino. ISO Rhino's tumbled down into 4th place. Can he gain any of those places back? DRS won't be enabled for the rest of the race. It's off pure ERS. It's giving Beanos a good run as well. Catching up to the back, and ISO Rhino's on the back of Skits. Round the outside, and it could be a move from Beanos here as well. Sticking behind, but ISO Rhino's banging wheels with ISO Skits, and he's off the track. And he's put into the wall by ISO Skits. Doesn't leave him quite enough room. And it's a 4-car battle now. And I think that's a spin for AKA Sided. Making contact with J-Man. And out the front there, Rapid Clappy. He needs to gain 1.5 seconds to Hello There to win the Miami Grand Prix. And now Hello There is 1 second clear of so Skits. Could possibly cement the win of this race. But ISO Rhino is still battling for that third step on the second step on the podium with Rapid Clappy's penalty. And he's coming through on the back of Skits. He won't have DRS assistance. He's dropping back. Can J-Man smell an overtake on ISO Rhino? He's gaining. This is going to be one of his best chances to get up into what would be net 3rd place right now. He can't quite do it, but ISO Rhino might not be looking to make a move on Skits, but it'll just be looking to make that 3-second cutoff. And J-Man cuts the corner in his attempt to get past ISO Rhino. He's barged him out of the way, and J-Man's getting through on ISO Rhino. ISO Rhino getting a penalty as well. And he's getting back past J-Man. Both these drivers are having 3-second time penalties. But J-Man's fighting him back on this last couple of corners. It is being spun round on the final second last corner. Rapid Clappy comes across the line in first, but Hello There is going to pick up first place at Miami. And ISO Rhino, he was leading almost every lap of this race. And it's really the last lap of this race that counts, because after that safety car restart with just 2 laps to go, he dropped from 1st to 7th place. And Rapid Clappy's gotten 2nd even with that penalty. Great drive once again from the AlphaTauri of Hello There. It's his 2nd win in the ORL, first one in Div 1. And it's a remarkable win. I didn't think he would be able to do it. He was down there in 7th place for much of this race. But nevertheless, he's managed to come back. And Quacker Splash is the last driver to come across the line. 15th place for the McLaren, and it's been a great race out here. And here he comes, the AlphaTauri driver. He's hitting the gritty, and he's winning the race. It's a great drive from him here in Div 1. And that is the weekend done. You can see our race winner today is hello there. Great race and a good turnout here. All 20 drivers for another amazing race. Make sure to tune in next week at 1 PM and 5 PM for Div 1 and Div 2 respectively. And I think driver of the day today is going to have to go to J-Man, who has made up 6 places, or Dead Heat, who's made up 7. Some amazing drives out here. And we'll see what happens next time.